as Glasgow Rangers go top of the table over in Scotland. But of course, the two Edinburgh sides could not be separated. But what about Celtic? What do they do? We'll take a look at that and more next. That's right, folks. Pat was giving a prediction video today. We look forward to match number 6 up in Scotland, boys and girls, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new, where you been, boys? Stop what you're doing, swallow what you're chewing, and smash the old subscribe. Keep your bang up to the little things. Rovers related, Scottish Premiership related, world football related. We got it all here. Under one brewski. That's right, boys and girls. Of course, Rangers back. Top of the table, of course. Hibs, though, breathing down their necks. But Celtic got a little bit of work to do to get themselves back into the hunt for the title. We'll talk about that and more in just 1 second. Of course, before all that, I want to say a big thanks to my brand new Patreons. Whoop, 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 woo!
Woo, woo, well done, Connor Madeleine. Well done, Jim Wood.
Of course, for becoming the latest member of the Patreon gang, I do appreciate your support. Thank you for becoming the latest member of the Patreon. And of course, yes, of course, let's talk about the Patreon for just a little bit an insight. Of course, the perks and the privileges have been a bit funky for over the past few months, and some. But of course, into the future we go. We're looking forward to revamping those perks and privileges, including exclusive first look content of a brand new channel. Of course, we're starting a brand new channel. It's going to be nothing like this, really. You might have a bit of a behind-the-scenes look of maybe the gear, the setup, the way everything looks, and all that kind of stuff. But it's kind of be daily vlogging sort of stuff, focusing on, of course, a British person living in the United States and all that kind of jazz that goes with it. It's going to be a big year for us over the next 12 to 18 months. So, I thought we'd do a bit of a diary of it. And if it's good, and if it sticks around, we might even have a fantastic couple of years of doing that as well. But of course, we'll have to see how it all pans out. But again, first look content will go to the patrons, including they'll also get access to data, some charts about prediction leagues and all that kind of stuff. So big shout out to you guys. And if that sounds interesting to you and you want to help us out, get involved. Patreon.com/overseas. But anyway, we've got more to talk about, and of course, let's get into the deep end. Of course, bring you bang up to date before we bring you some other information. Of course, this past few weeks. Let's get into it then, shall we? Of course, these are the results from last weekend. Starting with Super Jays up against Rangers. 2-1 win for Rangers in the end. I went with a 3-1 win myself. Celtic picked up a 3-0 win against Ross County. And I got that one bang on point. Dundee against Livingston. Ended up all square. Nearly won that one. I went with the home win on that one. Meanwhile, Motherwell picked up a win against Aberdeen 2-0 in the end. I went with a 1-0 win. St Mirren against Dundee United also ended up all squared 0-0, and that one called it as well. And of course, Hearts Hibs also 0-0 in the end. 2-2 for me. Just the one blip on my resume this time around. As for the table, it looks just like this. At the moment, Rangers are top of the table, of course, with 12 points. Hibs are second, alongside Hearts not too far away either. Motherwell doing good this year, and Celtic and Aberdeen make up the top 6. Livingston going down at the moment. Ross County not too far away either. But let's take a look at the prediction. In fact, we're talking about the manager or the predictor of the month. There it is, right here for you. We're going to be talking about the predictor of the month. I wasn't expecting this slide now, but we're going to talk about it anyway. So we are into the month of September. Of course, the predictions that you just did were part of September, so they were not part of August. But we do have a predictor of the month for the month of August, and we'll talk about that in just 1 second. But I want to tell you what it means, what it equates to, the predictor of the month. Well, the predictor of the month gets access like a Willy Wonka style golden ticket to the end of the season prize draw for this league. So it makes each and every one of these months a mini competition to give you a grand shot at winning a prize at the end of the year. So we'll reveal August's predictor of the month. I want to elaborate on a couple other bits and pieces. There actually can be multiple winners of the POTM, which is the predictor of the month. So for example, I don't know, I can't really remember, but there might actually be 1 or 2 or 3 or even 4 names that could be the predictor of the month for each and every one of the months. But each and every one of those names will get a Willy Wonka style ticket as well. So for example, if 4 people win August, guess what? 4 people will be already in the grand prize draw at the end of the campaign. You can also win multiple ones. So once you win one, it doesn't mean you can't win the rest. You can actually win all of them. You can actually win all of them if you wanted, if you were that good. You can win each and every one of the month, and then of course you will have multiple shots at winning that grand prize at the end of the campaign. Speaking at the end of the campaign, the prize will likely be a t-shirt or a $10 Amazon card or something along those lines. It is yet to be decided, but hopefully all that translates and you understand what it means. But of course, let's take a little look at the predictor of the month. It is Alex Weller. Well done to you, sir.
Well done, Alex.
So he is in the hat now, of course, at the end of the season. In fact, have a little look at it. So each and every month, at the end of each and every month, we'll take the combined scores from that month, and whoever has, it's not the current leaderboard winner, it's actually the guy who, so if you just joined now, or if you had a really miserable August, but you had a fantastic September, you have a chance, and then you have a really crappy end of the season, you could still have a shot at winning a prize at the end of it. So, of course, right here, right now, the one and only winner is Alex. So well done to you, sir. But let's bring you back up to date with the prediction league and all that kind of stuff. So this is for the last week, which does not count for the prediction on the month of August. But Paul Burden and Jim Watton, of course, new patron, well done to you, sir, are in the hat right here, right now, looking good to win predictor of the month for September. They are your current leaders for this week and this month even. But let's take a look at the grand situation. Who is the governor right here, right now? It is Alex Weller with 21 points. So far, so good for you, sir. A couple of points clear. A funniest 77. I've gone through this and I've cleaned it up a little bit, so I don't think there's any doubles knocking around. So this is it for the grand scheme of things at the moment. So there, well done to you and well done to the chasing pack as well. But of course, we'll keep on going, see how we get on next time around. So let's get into it. Of course, this is the link. If you want to get involved, cut.ly/Scott is the link to get involved with the free prediction league. Again, we've already started September. So if you weren't there last week, you got it all to do. And of course, you can still get involved. You can still win the whole thing. There's still loads of points on the offering. So don't fear the Reaper just yet, boys and girls. So let's get into the next one then, shall we? Kick it all off with Aberdeen up against St Johnstone, taking place this Saturday. That's September the 18th. Now these two sides, of course, if the computer will decide to help me out, the picture 67 times since 1997, 20 wins for St Johnstone, 27 wins for Aberdeen, 20 draws, of course. Oh, it's not great though for Aberdeen at the moment. Coming into this without a win in 6. Meanwhile, St Johnstone coming into this without a win in 5. So two sides looking for a win and a win quick. Of course, the biggest win for Aberdeen over St Johnstone was a 4-0 win. The biggest win there was a 5-1 win. Last time around, of course, over in Aberdeen was a 2-1 win for Aberdeen. That's right, back in December on Boxing Day 2020. 2-1 win for Aberdeen. St Johnstone haven't beaten Aberdeen since February 2020. So they're actually 4 games without a win over Aberdeen. Of course, coming into this, St Johnstone lost to Rangers last round. Of course, Aberdeen lost to Motherwell as well. The odds on this were 11-10 on is Aberdeen. Now, your favourite 16-5 is your away team. That's Super Jays. And of course, we got 9-4 with a draw. 2-0 win for Aberdeen on this one to take it to the bank. Next up, we have my boys. It's Hibs up against St Mirren at Easter Road. Take place also 18th of September. Played each other 50 times since the year 2000. 26 wins for the Hibs, 10 wins to St Mirren, and 14 draws. The biggest win for Hibs, 5-1 win. The biggest win there was a 2-0 win. Of course, Hibs coming to just one defeat the past 6 games. Meanwhile, St Mirren without a win in 6. Last time played each other over at Easter Road was a 1-0 win for Hibs. They actually 6 games unbeaten against them. Maybe even more than that. 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe 9 matches unbeaten against St Mirren. Of course, coming into this, Hibs drew with Hearts last round. Meanwhile, St Mirren also drew. What the hell's going on with my computer? I've got like the poltergeist here. St Mirren picked up a draw against Dundee United 0-0 last time around. So both sides coming to the back of 0-0 draws. The odds on this one 20-11 on is your Hibs, 3-1 is your draw, 5-1 is your long shots. That's St Mirren on this. Of course, Hibs will win this one. 3-1 win. Take to the bank. Next we have Livingston against Celtic, taking place on Sunday. This one taking place at the Tony Macaroni Arena, one of the coolest names in town. Played each other 29 times since 2001. 1 win for Livingston, 22 wins for Celtic. 6 draws, biggest win. The only win for Livingston was a 2-0 win. The biggest win there was a 6-0 win. Livingston coming to just 1 win in 6 for them. Meanwhile, Celtic just 1 win in 3. Of course, Celtic coming to the back of that win against Ross County. Livingston coming to this at the back of that draw against Dundee. Odds on this one 5-1 is your Livingston, 50-8 on is your Celtic, 16-5 is your draw. Celtic will win this one as well. 3-1 win. On the road, Rangers taking on Motherwell over at Ibrox. Also on Sunday, these two sides played 91 times since 1994. 64 wins for Rangers, 10 wins for Motherwell, and 17 draws. The biggest win for Rangers over Motherwell was a 7-1 win. The biggest win the other way was a 3-0 win. Motherwell coming to 3 wins on the bounce, though, for them. Meanwhile, Rangers coming to 5 wins in the past 6 games, looking very, very good. Of course, last time around at Ibrox was a 3-1 win for Rangers back in December 2020. They also come to the back at wins over Celtic and St Johnstone. Of course, Motherwell coming to over back-to-back wins over Dundee and Aberdeen. Of course, back-to-back clean sheets as well. Look at the odds on this one. What do we have on this? We have 3-1 on is your Rangers, 8-1 is your long shot as Motherwell, 4-1 is your draw on this. 3-0 win, Rangers to take it to the house, and of course remain top of the pops in my eyes. Ross County up against Hearts this coming weekend. This is back on Saturday now. These two celebrations are 19 times since 2012. 2 wins for Ross County, 7 wins for Hearts, and 10 draws. The biggest win for Ross County, 1-0 win. The biggest win there is a 3-0 win. Ross County coming to this without a win in 5. Meanwhile, Rangers coming to this just 1 defeat the past 6 games for them. Last round over at Ross County was a 0-0 draw back in January 2020. 20, of course, in the Premiership. Actually, the last 4 matches between these two sides have ended up all square between these two. They cannot be separated, of course. Anyway, heading into the 16-5, is your Ross County 11-4, is your 5-4 on, is your Hearts. I think I've gone with Hearts on this one, 2-1 win on the road to take it to the bank. And then finally, it's the Dundee derby. It's United up against Dundee themselves, taking place over at Tannadice. That's right, played 44 times since 1998. 19 wins for Dundee United and the 30 wins for Dundee, and 12 draws. The biggest win for Dundee United. 6-2 win. The biggest win the other was a 3-0 win. Dundee United kept this with back-to-back without a win. Back-to-back games without a win. Meanwhile, Dundee just 1 win is 6 games for them. Of course, last time played over at Tannadice was a 1-1 draw back in December 2019. They were both in the Championship on this one. Last time that Dundee picked up a win was back in the League Cup back in August 2017. Dundee United come to this on the back of that draw against St Mirren. Of course, Dundee also come to this back of that draw against Livingston. Odds on this one, 11-8 is your Dundee United, 2-1 is your away win, that's Dundee, and 11-5 is your draw. I've actually gone with the draw myself. We've seen it recently over in Edinburgh, and I think we'll see it here in Dundee, where the two sides cannot be separated in the end. Local rivalry will be hanging in the balance on this one. But anyway, that's my picks. Be sure to get your picks in, of course, using the savvy code right here, Cutney4/Scott. Get involved with the Prediction League. And of course, we'll be back, of course, next time around for match day number, what is it, 5? Oh, this is 5. This is for 7, match number 7. There you go, boys. Be sure to give the video a thumbs up, smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe. Check out the links down below. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Twitch, I'm on Facebook. And of course, if you want to support the channel another way, check out the Patreon, patreon.com/Roverseas. And again, use the Discord. We're free to open, we're free to chat, and all that kind of jazz in the old comment section down in the description. But until then, see you soon. Mask up, 6 feet, and all that kind of stuff. And see you soon. Until then, we are done.